Hello, everyone. Thank you for using DeskNet's Neo. Welcome back to another video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we will continue discussing the workflow steps, focusing on the last step, which is the branch condition. In the previous video, we explained how a belonging group functions. Please let us know if you understand how a belonging group works. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can leave your questions in the comment section, and we will respond promptly. So let's proceed to the branch condition works. Branching conditions are used to evaluate the content entered in the application form and determine the application route. I will give you some examples of how branch condition works. Let's consider a scenario where you have designed a form for expense claims or reimbursements. Some companies have specific conditions for approving workflows. We can establish a condition where if the total amount is less than 10,000, it will be routed to one group of approvers. And if it's greater than 10,000, it will be sent to a different group of approvers. So for example, if the applicant sends an application for the amount of 9,500, then it will be processed here. Then if more than 1,000, then it will be routed here. It is only one of the sample conditions you may use, so I will demonstrate how to set that kind of condition. So here in your environment, kindly go to the workflow, then Settings, then click the application form, then click the drop-down and select the category where the template is located. Then click the said template. For now, we will use the expenses claim. Then scroll down and go to the workflow steps. Then kindly drag the branch condition from the right side. Then you have to click the unspecified, then add a condition. These parts that you see on the screen are the parts from the template. You have to decide which parts you will use to set a condition. In this case, we will choose the total amount to the condition, since this is our basis to change the set of approvers. Then, going back to the workflow steps, click Unspecified and choose Total Amount. Then select the sign for Less Than and enter the specific amount. For example, less than 10,000. Or it's better to use the less than or equal to sign so that even an exact 10,000 will still be routed to these approvers. Remember not to put any commas in the condition. Then click OK. Once the condition is set up, please select all the approvers for this condition. Who will be the approvers if the application is less than 10,000? Just drag some steps from the right side. Depending on your need, you can drag the user, group, role, approver group belonging, or applicant, and arbitrary user. How you set up the steps after defining the conditions is all based on your specific process. That is the same as setting another condition for an approver greater than 10,000. In this case, we will outline the approval process for expense amounts. For expenses less than 10,000, the employee's manager will be the first approver, so we will drag the belonging group, so it will be directed to their respective manager. If you want to understand the belonging group better, you can refer to the previous video. And the accounting director will be the final approver. For expenses exceeding 10,000, the accounting director will be the approver, and the president will be the final approver. So we need to drag the branch condition again, add another condition, select the greater than sign, and input the amount. We will attempt to send the application from a different user account to test its functionality. We are currently using the sales staff account for this demonstration. In the user account environment, please follow these steps. Click on the workflow application. Select Create Application. Choose the expense claim template. Fill in all the necessary details. Note that the total amount showing is $5,450. Confirm the created content. After confirmation, the approver should be clearly visible. If the total amount is 5,450, these approvers should process the application as it falls below the 10,000 threshold. This is how the branch condition operates. If the application is for an amount above 10,000, it will be routed to the accounting director and then to the president. I will provide another example of a branch condition. Some templates may have different workflow approvers based on the applicant's department. We don't usually suggest editing the workflow steps every time they send the application because of the different groups of approvers. One solution we offer is to use the branch condition. If you share the same concerns, you can give it a try. So, for instance, when the applicant submits an application, they will only choose the group they belong to in order for the system to recognize which group of approvers it will fall under. So, for example, if they choose the HR option, then the application will process for the designated approvers. So here in the template that we've created, it's important to include the group section. This part will be crucial because we will apply the condition here. After understanding your template, we will now go back to the workflow steps. In the workflow steps, please drag the branch condition and then click the unspecified option to select where to place the condition. In this case, we will select the department. Then choose Match and type the group name. Please remember that the group name should match the selection in the template. If the text in the template is in uppercase, then it should also be in uppercase to ensure a match. Otherwise, the branch condition won't work. Let's choose the required group first. After selecting the group, just click OK, and then pick the specific approver for this group. For this scenario, we have chosen the department as the accounting department. The first approver will be the accounting manager, and the final approver will be the accounting director, verified by the applicant. You can add as many additional approvers as needed. The next branch condition is for the HR department. In this case, we would select the HR manager as the first approver and the administrative manager as the final approver. So this is the sample flow that I created using branch condition. Once the applicant chooses this group TIAC department, the application will be sent to these approvers. Same as well on the other conditions. Now let's try sending an application using a different account. Let's proceed with the workflow and then create the application. Select the template and fill out the necessary details, especially in the department group section. After filling out the necessary details, click Create. You will then see and review who the approvers for this application will be. The branch condition is working well since it was set up correctly according to the condition. And that's how you create the branch condition. This video concludes the workflow steps. In the previous video, we covered the user, group, role, approver group, belonging group, applicant, and arbitrary user. We would appreciate it if you could try this in your own environment. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you.